races. Young in the set, just doing it makeshift out the garage. It's how you end up in charge. It's how you end up in penthouses, end up in cars. It's how you start off a end up a boss. It's how you win the whole thing and then with sweat dripping down your face. Cause the mission was last time that I checked. It was 5 chains on my neck. It was no on my rep last time that I checked. I was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat last time that I checked. I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress last time that I checked. First you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked.
I got the front and in the back. We on the way and that's a fact. This real, this ain't rap. Where everybody wanna act pro-black. The last lie you heard, this ain't that. This that, I did. Made it out the gutter. Nip told you the middleman. I told you wearing they clothes, I wear my own. Y'all get on y'all label, I own my own. Hey, Mill, I remember all that.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. '76ers control the tap. Big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Lillard goes to the right side. Beyond the arc for 3. They dared him, and he burns them.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. So possession stays with Philadelphia. Redick. To Butler. Short jumper off the mark. To Lillard. Shot by Lillard, no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Embiid, good for 2.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Trailblazers take over. Lillard to Harkless. Takes stock of the floor. Lillard. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Butler here against Harkless. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
They work it down to Aminu. Nice pass to set things up.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
In the front court comes Simmons. They trail by 1. Curling inside. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. It's Portland ball. Lillard, tough matchup against Butler. Lets it fly from long range. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Harris to Simmons. Won't go.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Enes Kanter has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Simmons with it. 10-all is our score. To Redick. Kicks it around the perimeter to Simmons. 4-3. That out of his range and no good. Oh, emphatic slam. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Deep left corner. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. TJ McConnell tips it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Looking to push. Sixers control it. Damian Lillard able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Lillard. Great feed. And his cancer above the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Wide open look won't go.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss.
D has got it. Damian Lillard, 4 out of 7.
It seems like yesterday I was rapping with this kid during the NBA pre-draft workout. He looked scrawny. Nobody knew if he could really make it. But the arrow continues to point straight up for Dame Lillard. Another terrific season. A first-time All-NBA first-team player. Tied for 4th in the league in scoring last year. This kid is no doubt about it. Dame time.
He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
The assist from number 0, Damian Lillard.
20-footer at the buzzer, and he knocks it down, Jay. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter with the Blazers in front. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Embiid. To Butler. For 3. Like the confidence. Tough shot there from McConnell. To Seth Curry. Can't miss those. Embiid to Butler. Down low to Monroe. The big guy, Greg Monroe. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Monroe to Embiid. From the painted area, won't go down.
Come on, please. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Seth Curry. Joel Embiid rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Oh, emphatic slam.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Mike Scott, couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. Can't connect on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second.
I got ball.
Lillard. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
That's dangerous. A little hezzy cross and knockdown. Lots of options going to open up as the game unfolds.
Oh, yes, me and you.
C.J. McCollum. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Sixers call for time as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 23, Jimmy Butler.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia.
For the Portland Trailblazers.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Lillard gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense. You can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
To Tobias Harris. Going to launch beyond the arc. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Whoa, what a finish.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
C.J. McCollum. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5. Sixers have the basketball.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Evan Turner matched up with Jimmy Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. A pass stolen by Portland.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Off the iron. No good. Here's Simmons with it up top. Down 2. Embiid gets it in the left corner to Redick. Here's a chance from long range. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Lillard, guarded by Jimmy Butler. Oh, ferocious slam inside. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Butler matched up with Evan Turner. Simmons to Butler. Curling inside. To Simmons. Zach Collins swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
C.J. McCollum. He's now 5 for 6.
One of the most underrated backcourts we have in the league. Dame with an assist to C.J. is something we hear all the time. No, we actually don't. We should probably hear a lot more of that.
Slams it down.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Lillard for 2. He's looking for that touch. So a tie one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. Of intrigue to come in this second half. A 1-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter. Portland's got it.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
Lillard to Cantor. Lillard buries it on the catch and shoot.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching a shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Butler into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Deep 2 there, won't go.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
To McCollum. J.J. Redick pins it. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Simmons into the front court. Down 4. Driving right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 1-on-1. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
McCollum, guarded by Jimmy Butler. Finish that.
Hey, lock up, lock up. I'm open.
A shot no good by Harris. From long range. That's how you defend. Harris to Redick. Fires the 3. J.J. Redick. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Lillard goes to the left side. To Lillard. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
And a lot of folks last year, including myself, were surprised that Dame was named first-team All-NBA ahead of Russell Westbrook. Look, I love Dame's game, but come on, man. Russ averaged a triple-double for the second season in a row. Stop it.
Redick to Simmons. Damian Lillard snatching it out of the air. Portland has the ball. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
With a drop step. Shot from the lane won't go. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Simmons with it. The deficit now up to 5. And Portland comes up with the rebound. Trailblazers with the basketball. Lillard lets it fly from beyond the arc. And it's Harris who's able to clear the rebound. Into the front court comes Simmons. Down 5. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. Portland Trailblazers are in the penalty.
Simmons. That's not his range. It's no good. It's Lillard for 2. That's what you come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Butler against the Lehigh product. Fires the 3. And it's Curry who comes up with the board. Great pass to set it up. McCollum buries the wide-open 3. That's too easy.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Redick to Simmons. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Lillard, the rebound belongs to the 76ers.
Self-check.
Enes Kanter sends it away. That's out. Last touch by Enes Kanter. Nice finish at the rim. Straight on 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up with the Blazers in a comfortable spot. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. Philadelphia with the basketball. A drive by Butler, but his shot won't fall. Kanter to Seth Curry. Count the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Jimmy Butler, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Beyond the arc for 3. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Cantor, not that time. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Lillard, guarded by Jimmy Butler. Trying to cash in, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. No good. To Lillard. Jimmy Butler. Huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Seth Curry to Lillard. No good, and no foul.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Greg Monroe. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Trailblazers take over. Lillard matched up with Jimmy Butler. 4-3. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Shoot, shoot. Let me see that dance, boy. Let me see it.
Lillard to Cantor. From the outside, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
The assist from number 21, Joel Embiid.
Lillard.
I got him.
McConnell. Deep left corner. For 3, yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
Lillard. Joel Embiid with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
That's me. I got ball.
Lillard to Harkless. Passed it off. And his Cantor above the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
1 free throw up and good. The lead now 14. Butler to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. Going to launch beyond the arc. To McCollum. Here's a chance from long range. And C.J. McCollum, zero hesitation. Knocks down the 3.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Simmons, not a good shot there as he misses it. Lillard sizing up Butler. From long range. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Butler guarded by McCollum. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Fires the three. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
It's the Trailblazers who get the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a present.